Well, first things first, welcome. Thank you so much for spending your time with us.
My pleasure.
We appreciate
Thank you
it.
for hanging out with me.
Oh, go on.
No, stop.
You can clap for them. It's okay.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
So I actually want to ask you a few things first. We'll kick it off to you in a second. It's okay. But first, so you work in a number of different mediums now. So I want to know, what are some of the challenges that you face going from film to TV to now voice acting too?
I gotta say, the hardest part about going from voice acting back to live action is having to wear real people clothes again. And not just being able to roll out of bed, put on sturdier pajamas, and just go to work. Like, you actually have to put on people clothes to interact with other people. I'm not a fan. But yeah, other than that, there's also, like, in the studio, there's, at least in TV and film, you've got a person in front of you. We were lucky with Voltron that a lot of times we got to record in the same space. And eventually, when we no longer could, we at least had, a great memory of what everyone else around us was like. So we could kind of plug it in our heads. But not every job is that lucky. And so trying to come up with all that emotion and all that camaraderie in a room all by yourself, except for you and a microphone, is sometimes daunting.
Very fair. Good answer. And what about going between film and TV? How is that different?
One takes a lot longer. Actually, both can take a long time, but like the TV show has deadlines. Usually you're shooting it and it's airing while you're still shooting it, so you've really got these heavy deadlines. It has to be out by this specific date. And then with the movie, it's like, okay, so we've got a month to shoot this. Sometimes we've got all the way up to 3 months to shoot this. We shoot it, the days are long, but it's only for X amount of time rather than 6 whole months. But then when you're done, you're just kind of left waiting around like, okay, so when is the movie gonna come out? With a TV show, it's like, okay, so this is the date, this is exactly when each episode from there, you can track it, you can calculate it. Ooh, my phone, I should turn that off. I went off on a tangent. But yeah, timelines are very different in film and TV. I like TV.
All right, looks like we've got a pretty good line forming, so let's go ahead and kick it off to our audience. Can
Hi,
you go ahead
friends.
and tell us your name, and feel free to adjust the microphone stand as you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, wrench it down. There you go.
Me again.
Hi
Hello.
again.
I'm Samantha, and one of my favorite characters, of course, is you. Quite a nerd myself. What is one of your favorite memories when you actually went into the studio and were with your friends? Like, what's one of your favorite memories?
One of my favorite memories, I have two that I'm going to share because I'm an overachiever. The first one is, of course, the brown lion. The formation of the brown lion for the first time was Josh Keaton, who plays Shiro, loves to make fart sounds. It's like his favorite thing to do. I can't do it the way he can. It's just so good. So, like, in the middle of taping, between things, all of a sudden you'll just hear these fart sounds. And sometimes he'll let them out really long and slow and quiet, a la Lance, and we're just like, okay. Sorry, the brown lion's in here again. It's okay. It's just anxiety poops. What? Nope, we're fine. The other time was Josh and I. Again, it always comes down to me and Josh. We're the troublemakers. Who would have guessed that, really? Show of hands. All right, okay. Some of y'all have us pegged. All right. Yeah, Josh and I were having a conversation in the middle of recording, and I'm listening in one side of the headphones to what they're saying, the directions they're giving, and Andrea goes, okay, we got the beeps, and so they beep and beep, 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 and then you say your line. And so Josh isn't listening. He's full in a conversation with me, and I'm replying to a question he asked, and I'm like, okay, so here's the set my line to the microphone, turned back to him and finished talking, and he was white as a ghost, just completely pale as a sheet, just like, I didn't know we were recording. How did you hear that? I felt so superior. It never happens, so it was great to feel. Also, I get to wear onesies.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, tell us your name.
My name is Arizona.
Hi, Arizona.
My question for you is, out of all the bloopers and things you've messed up, what was your favorite?
I'm going to get in trouble if I tell you that.
This is a dangerous question.
So sometimes when we yell Pidge, it sounds a little bit like something else. So having to go in an ADR and listen to what it sounds like they're yelling the first time is really always very funny. One of my favorites will forever and eternally be in the middle of like a tongue twister, Altean technology something, just be. Yeah, that's the take, right? That's the one we're going with? It's great. I hear nothing wrong with it. That's what I said. Yeah. I agree to disagree. We're fine. We're fine. That take was perfect.
Thank you. Fantastic. So you mentioned tongue twisters. That makes me wonder, do you have any like pre-show or pre-filming rituals that you do? Do you do warm-ups, things like that?
I feel like I would be a lot better if I did. But no.
To each their own.
And this is why I have to pause and pull my tongue out from the knot that's formed in the back of my mouth. It's bad.
Hey, what's your name?
All right, hi, my name is Laura, but I'm asking this for a friend who couldn't make it today. Her name is Maddie.
Hi, Laura and Maddie.
Yay. Sorry, I'm so excited. I've been a fan of Voltron for like ever, so it's like really exciting to see you here. I didn't know you would be here till the last minute.
Yeah, we announced kind of late.
Yeah, it's okay. But so when you were filming with your friends, was there any bloopers that you had really fun? And after you kind of got split up with them and you were filming alone, did you ever feel really awkward filming in a room alone?
I always feel awkward always, so yes.
Me too.
But no, I never felt like more awkward filming, like recording in a booth alone than I did recording with other people. Honestly, sometimes probably less, because when we're recording in a booth, we look deranged, completely unhinged. One of the biggest lessons I learned from Josh early on is when you're doing struggle sounds, it helps to actually fight with yourself.
I get that.
We do struggle sounds a lot in Voltron. We look like we look like we need help a lot in Voltron. In the recording booth, like, hold on, it's my favorite. The first time I noticed Josh doing this, he was standing there at the booth. I'm not going to be able to say this in the mic, but doing this. I'm like, man, you really get into it. Okay. And from then on, we all started doing that.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
And thank you for the example. That was
You're
that was
welcome.
fantastic.
I'm telling you, we look deranged. We look unhinged.
It's just
completely.
acting.
Is it though?
Hi, tell us your name.
My name is Ari.
Hi, Ari.
So my question is like, you probably get this question like a lot, but what are your thoughts on Pidge's character progression through Voltron?
Pidge became Batman. But like in the good way. Like Pidge has a catalog in their mind of like these are the strengths, these are the weaknesses of everyone I work with. I could dominate in any moment if I chose to, but I won't choose to unless you push me. Like I love Pidge. I always will. I always have and I always will. I love that Pidge started very one-track mind and you know, very immature and kind of grew and evolved. It was obviously smart from the get-go, but like learned things that they needed to learn and never would have had the chance to in any other timeline. So I'm always happy with, you know, Pidge's progression and how that all tracked.
Me too. Thank you for answering my question.
Thanks. Hi. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Eli, and my question for you is, what's your favorite moment in Voltron involving Pidge?
Well, hello, Eli. What is my favorite moment in Voltron involving Pidge? It's a really tough question. There's 8 whole seasons worth of content. Wow. Okay. I love when they're floating and Pidge can't reach things. It's such a relatable problem. Curse these short arms. It's a total mood. I love the D&D type game. It's so good. It's a great episode of animation. It's brilliant, and also the characters are hilarious. I love getting to see that glimpse into their creative side. What else? I have a lot of favorite moments, but I think that I'm gonna stick with the trying to swim through the air and flailing, failing and flailing.
Thank you.
Great. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Katie.
Hi, Katie.
What do you prefer, voice acting or acting on a stage?
I prefer voice acting to stage acting because I can be lazier. I do. I really like voice acting because it's interesting, it's difficult. And stage acting I did most of my childhood, so it still feels new and exciting. Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Good one. Hi.
Hello again. My name's Salima. So this might be a spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen the most recent episode of Deputy.
Plug your ears.
Hi, Salima.
But I wanted to ask, so I know that with, your character having just come out as non-binary, and I know that with you also being non-binary, what was it like to incorporate that kind of personal life experience into the show, and like what was it like filming that scene?
Thank you for the question. It was amazing, terrifying. It feels like a lot of pressure, you know, to put your real life story into someone else's life story like that and kind of infuse that, and it feels like somehow more pressure than just creating someone else's life story, because it's like you got to stay true to it, but you also got to provide what people want to see. It's a whole aspect of everything that I hadn't actually gotten to explore yet, so this was very new for me as well. And filming that scene was freezing cold. Oh my God. I wish I could give you a better answer about the emotional aspect of filming that scene, but looking back at it, all I can remember is the cold. So cold. They can hide the mist that comes out of your mouth when you're breathing in cold weather. They can hide that in television. So many times you're watching this great scene where they're not wearing like thick clothing or even that much clothing. Like that beach scene in Mamma Mia was filmed in winter. She's freezing. They hide that really well. You would never know. And now you will always be looking for a mess up on the CGI, won't you? I've ruined it.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Hi, my name is Kirsten, Kiki for short, and I wanted to ask, so how did you get into voice acting, and how can one get into voice acting if they wanted to?
Well, that's very interesting. Hi, Kirsten, Kiki for short. I got this job as a fluke. The casting director heard my voice in some other show, and when Pidge came across her desk, was like, I have a voice for that, and then called me to audition. I ended up booking the job, but I'm still trying to figure out how to be a real voice actor. So if you find a better answer to this question, please message me. I need it.
Thank you so much.
There are voice acting panels actually here this weekend, and they have some good answers too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit on one of those because I need some help.
Ask Philip Glasser, the dude who plays Feifel.
Oh yeah.
He did it 100 years ago, so he doesn't voice act anymore. Hi, tell us your name.
Hello, my name is Taylor. This answer is from my baby brother who watches your show every single night. When you were doing Voltron, were there any voice acting scenes where you just felt like it didn't feel right for the character, or you felt like you wanted to add a spin to it, but it was really awkward?
A couple times, yeah. Sometimes you'll come across lines that you get the intention and the thought behind it, but the actual wording is a little bit not human. So sometimes you get people that you're working with, directors and writers, who will be like, oh yeah, no, that sounds better your way. And other times you'll be on a show that's like, no, we wrote it that way specifically for an exact reason. If you can't do it, you can't do it. We'll get someone else to do it. And you're like, oh God, really? You can do that? We're all expendable, it's sad. But fortunately, with Voltron, whenever we would feel that way, we would get to have a discussion with our director and our writers, and usually one of two things would happen. Either they'd be like, excellent, keep doing it that way, or Andrea, our director, would be like, okay, let's try it this way instead. And she would kind of, what's the word? The mediate. Thank you.
I wouldn't have been able to pull that out for you.
Your fear helped me. They would be able to mediate this situation, and we would be able to figure out what did work, or we would go back to. We would always figure it out. Sometimes there'd be ADR at the end, but yes, that's a really good question. Sometimes, yeah, things didn't feel quite right, but every time that happened, we'd get to have like a conversation, figure out why it was like that and where we could go.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, what's your name?
Hi,
Feel free to
my name
pull
is-
the mic down if you need to.
Hi, my name is Kat, and I'm just like fan palling over here like so much.
Fan pal, I love that.
Yeah, it's like a non-binary term for.
It's so good.
Yeah. Anyways, so like not to play favorites or anything, but like Pidge and you are my favorite from Voltron.
Thank you.
But I was just wondering, what is the audition process like for just like film, TV, like voice acting, anything like that?
Good question. Everyone is different. There are standards that usually get stuck to. There's the typical audition process, and then callback, producer session, director session, testing, screen testing, all these different layers. And some auditions are just like, oh, audition, you got the job. Sometimes they're like, hey, you want this job? It's crazy. There's a reason that there are agents and managers out there. They get to deal with all that, and so the actors can just be like, someone please give me a job. And sometimes they actually do. For Voltron, it was the initial audition, and then I had a probation period, essentially, where I would go in and I would record episodes, and they would layer that recording with other auditioners to see how the episodes would feel, and that's how I think that's how they ended up getting all of us and a cohesive voice team by playing all the potentials with each other. But I only really had that first audition and then a couple recording sessions, and then it was like, oh, okay, well, we're doing this show now. It's happening. I'm not being replaced. It took till about season 2 for me to be sure that I wasn't being replaced. And I'm still not sure that they didn't replace me. That's my voice, right? We're positive? But for other TV shows, for Deputy, I can't move the microphone like this or it goes away. Learning things. For Deputy, I auditioned, and then I didn't hear anything back until they were shooting already, and then I got a call saying, so they want to recast that role that you went out for. Go back in and talk to them. So it sometimes can be completely standard and the way it usually goes, and other times, what is happening? You know? No sense. No sense of permanence.
Thank you.
I wish I could be more helpful, but I'm just gonna be honest. It's chaos.
Honesty is still helpful. Hi, tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Desmond.
Hi, Desmond.
I did come in a little bit late, so I'm really sorry if this has already been touched on, but what is it like kind of going into the film industry in a general sense as somebody who is non-binary?
Ooh, less and less scary every year, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Like a couple years ago, it was daunting to come out and be like navigating the non-binary space, and now every month it seems there's more people like, okay, well, this is actually happening. Let's reflect that in our projects. Let's reflect that in at least our casting choices. And it's really exciting.
Yay. Yes, lots of applause.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Diana. It's nice to meet you.
Hi,
I'm
Diana.
like freaking out because you're by far my favorite character in the whole Voltron thing.
Oh, thanks.
What's the most random thing that happened while you were recording for Voltron?
Random thing. I don't really know how to answer that one. Random is so arbitrary. Interesting.
Does that include challenging?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with funny to me. The kiss episode towards the end.
Yeah.
With Lance and Alora had all of us rolling on the floor when we read it, knowing whose voices they are, who those voices actually belong to in the physical world. Being like, no, that's like her son. It's so gross. And we didn't even like remember to think of them as each other's characters. We full on went to like, no, just don't do that. And then in the booth when they were like having that scene, like standing on the opposite side, just being like, don't do it, Kim, don't do it. We had way too much fun.
Thank you.
Good one. Hi, what's your name?
Hello, we're good. I'm Ash.
Are you kidding? You're Todoroki.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. I wanted to ask, out of anything that you have voice acted or actually acted in, what's been your favorite character?
I've liked most of my characters, but Bullet makes my heart hurt even now. So Bullet.
Okay. Thank you.
I also dig Pidge and Bishop.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, put those three in one room and tell me to choose one, and I'm gonna cry and leave.
Yeah, they're my two favorites right now. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, go ahead and tilt it down.
I'm Emerson, and I was wondering.
Hi, Emerson.
No, I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry.
No, it happens.
You're good. You got this.
It's like
If you had to choose a favorite character in Voltron besides Pidge, who would you choose?
I love Shiro. I part of me really wants to say Aksha because I love Aksha. She's awesome. But I have a soft spot for Shiro.
Yeah.
He's wonderful. He's so lovely. I love a space dad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emerson.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, Emma.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm Bex's #1 fan.
I can tell.
I have a number one.
They know your
I've been
name.
Bex's #1 fan since her. Oh, sorry.
It's all
Since
good.
their role in 13 Reasons Why.
Nice catch.
Thank you. I'm trying. So I want to know, your role in 13 Reasons Why was so emotional and had a lot of mixed emotions and everything. Sorry, I'm nervous. I really want to know your secret to how you were able to do your role in 13 Reasons Why. You were just such a spitfire in that show and amazing. And I don't know how you did it, but I'd love to know your secret.
I think a lot of us have a lot of anger deep inside that we constantly try to push away. And so for Casey, I just kind of pulled it out of its hiding place. Because kids can be angry, particularly teens who've dealt with any sort of trauma can be angry.
Definitely.
So I just kind of channeled that angry teen that lives inside me.
You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for answering my question.
Of course. Thanks for asking.
Hey, what's your name?
It's Cora.
Hi.
So my question is about how you felt with recording the lines for reuniting with Pidge's brother.
Ooh, I love that episode. Season 4, episode 2, reunion. People like to ask me what my favorite episode is. That is my answer. Because that was a wild episode, and I was so scared I wasn't going to be able to do it and deliver. I was like, this is so much. I've never done this before. I've never had to do like a deep emotional scene in a sound booth all alone with just voices in my head. And thank God for our director, the legendary Andrea Romano. She pulled something out of me that I was afraid I didn't have, and got this deep guttural sob out of me instead. And it was really cool the way everything came together with because when we record it first, and then the animation comes, and then we do a second pass, which is called ADR, for any sound that needs to be edited or any lines that have been added. And so when we went back to do ADR for that, I got to see some of it, but I didn't get to see the final product until it dropped. And seeing how it evolved from the beginning made it even more powerful for me watching it. It was cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah!
I wanted to say that me and my friends used to get together and watch Voltron like every week, and we called it Voltron. And we like picked and chose which characters everyone would be, and I would have been Pidge if my friend hadn't been like, oh, my favorite color is green, and we have the same birthday. But
so fair.
So I ended up being Karan.
Oh, that's fair.
Which, you know, he's a good character too.
Karan the gorgeous man.
But I wanted to ask what you thought of the end of Voltron.
Huh. I loved how at the end of Voltron, every character is in a very, very different place than where they started. I think that tracks real life and how at the beginning they were kids, unequipped for anything that they dealt with, and by the end they were warriors, and then by the very end they were adults having evolved and grown from the shared trauma, and they maintained that bond that they had even as they went off and did completely separate things with their lives that they never would have guessed or seen themselves doing in the beginning of their journey. And I think that alone is powerful. So however you feel about any other aspect of the ending, I don't care. I think they did a really good job of moving the characters along and really having a difference for them from where they started.
Okay. Can I ask what was the maniacal giggle about?
What do I say to not get myself in trouble? Because I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Because I think we can get through all of these, so
we got
let's
this.
make it happen. Hey, tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Will.
Hi, Will.
I have to bend down a little. It's a short microphone. I actually wanted to ask about your time on Arrow. So several other actors in the CW's Arrowverse shows have said that they have never read any of the comic book source material for their show. They just sort of did it. And I think it might have been Victor Garber said he had never even heard of Firestorm until they cast him in that role. So I wanted to ask, when you went in to film as Cindy Simone, had you any familiarity with the character or influence on it, or did you have a totally fresh take on that?
I auditioned for it with a completely fresh take. And then immediately after, I was like, hold on. This is an entire comic universe. Let me look this up. So I looked up Sin, found out she was a 9-year-old Asian girl in the comics, realized I was not cast to play that Sin. I was doing a completely different version of the character, so I didn't really need to track that character's progression in the comics. So I just stopped.
Cool.
Because not quite the same.
No.
I don't think it's quite the same storyline as the comics. I'd have to say no.
Okay. Still a good take, though.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, what's your name?
My name's Alistair.
Hi, Alistair.
This is not really a question, but I just want to tell you, you're one of my idols due to me coming out as non-binary recently.
Congratulations. Yay.
You're just a really big, important part of my life.
Well,
Sorry.
Yes. Hugs. All of
We
the
give them a
hugs.
round of applause. Yes.
Thank you, Alistair.
Awesome, awesome.
Hi again, Emma.
Oh, thank you. Oh gosh.
Friends helping friends.
Thank you. Okay. So I was wondering, what was your? Oh, I lost it. I know it, but I'm trying to.
Don't you hate when that train just goes right off the track?
So when it came to 13 Reasons Why, what was the hardest scene that you filmed, and how were you able to get through it?
Oh, the stripping on the football field. Not because it was the stripping. I really didn't care about that. But because, again, it was freezing cold and I was already sick.
Oh, no.
It was so hard. It was so hard. It was so cold. And it was a night shoot in the middle of Northern California. It was so cold. And it was like raining intermittently. And we were taking our clothes off so we couldn't even insulate. It was, you know what? I was complaining earlier about the cold on the night on the side of the freeway. I take that all back. At least I had clothes on.
Oh, jeez. I could tell it was cold in
It
that
was
scene.
so cold. Why? Because everyone was shriveled.
I could see your breath coming out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could definitely tell that was a very frigid scene.
Yeah. So actually, my dad's cousin, my dad's cousin, I call him my uncle, was the director of that episode.
Whoa.
And the show had no idea of our relation, and so I showed up on set, and I was like, Kevin? Hi. He goes, I was waiting for you to find out.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
So cute.
Oh, thank you again, Bex.
My pleasure.
Hello.
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 Spike is the name.
Hi, Spike. That was my nickname when I was a kid.
I have a question for you. Everywhere I go, I get Deku. I don't get it. Everybody says I'm his father, or
You're the long-lost Deku dad.
I don't get it. I don't see it. I get the green hair. I mean, can I get your input on this? Could I really be
You could
Deku's
be
father?
long-lost Papa Midoriya. You totally could. Like, I think so, especially with
Okay.
that, like, cigarettes and everything. You are the missing Papa Midoriya.
All right.
It's
you
impressive.
Got me. No,
We
no,
found it.
you got me there. You got me. Don't tell no one else here, though, okay?
Wouldn't dream of it. Deku, I found your dad!
All right, let's see if we can get through everybody. So let's do one question per person and keep them coming.
Hi, my name is Kendra. Since today is actually Shiro's birthday,
Yes, it is.
what would Pidge give Shiro on his birthday?
Pidge would give Shiro a modification for his new arm that I'm sure that he's got all these uses for it, but I'm sure Pidge would put in like a blender on the end so that he could just pull in that finger, pull out a blender, and just stir his coffee in the mornings.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good Shiro gift.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's very sweet.
Hi, me again.
Hi, me again. I'm kidding, Eli.
So, I have another question for you. So we know that you have a favorite character, but do you have a least favorite character?
In Voltron?
In Voltron.
I really hate that information alien at the mall. What? What? It's like Siri. It's Siri. It is. It's exactly what it is. Thank you. Arizona, right? Thank you, Arizona. It's exactly what it is.
Thank you.
Siri was, I don't know what you're asking. I was,
Hey, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Anaya.
Hi, Anaya.
I know it's been a while. I just want to congratulate you on your engagement and stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
And
really exciting.
my question is, I know you're like a big figure of representation for people in the LGBT community. How does that feel? Is that a lot of pressure?
It's terrifying. It's so much pressure. One wrong move, and they're all gonna kill me. There's blood in the water. I'm chum. No, I'm kidding. It's an honor and a privilege, and yes, a whole lot of pressure. But hopefully, I can continue to do good things, and not evil.
Epic. Thank you.
Help.
Hi again.
Hi. I was wondering what your favorite Pidge scene was.
My favorite Pidge scene. Earlier, I said it's the scene where curse these short arms.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry.
But no, nothing to apologize for. I had another thought, like 5 minutes ago, of another scene that I love, and it's already gone. So
Oh, no.
I would have had another answer for you if I weren't so forgetful. It's like Swiss cheese in here.
They'll get back to you.
I don't blame you. I really don't.
Maybe the one where. No, it's gone. I'm so sorry, Emerson.
Okay.
I'm done for.
Thank you.
My pleasure. It's somewhere.
Hi, what's your name?
Sean.
Feel free to rotate the mic up for you.
Hi, Sean.
This is a little low for me. I'm just now learning that you played an Arrow. I've never seen Arrow before. I've seen Voltron, and I was like, oh, that's the girl from. I mean, that's them from Voltron, and I just think that's kind of cool. How does it like feel from going to like that to like something more? I don't know. What's the word?
Animated?
What'd you say?
Animated?
Yeah, that's I just the range, you know. I just think
thanks.
that's cool.
I really appreciate that. It's really cool. I mean, going from, playing a superhero sidekick to getting to be the voice of a hero really rocks. It's I feel like it's got to be what the sidekicks feel like if they ever end up going like total pro and have their own sidekicks. It's like, I just leveled up. It's a nice feeling.
Cool, thank you. Hi again.
Hello again. Oh gosh. So I am curious, how did you get your role on 13 Reasons Why?
I auditioned. Yeah, I auditioned in LA and then got an offer.
Oh.
It was nice.
Well, I wish you were there for all 3 seasons.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Because you are that good.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And I hope Ami's doing well. I know I read your post on Instagram about how she had to delete her account from all the bullying and harassment. And
Yeah,
it broke my heart to read it.
Yeah, I think Grace is officially back on Instagram, which is lovely because Grace Saif is a wonderful human being and a lovely little person. So
I enjoyed her character very, very much on the
Yay,
show.
I'm
She
really
did
glad.
great.
Yay! Yeah, she
Thank
did.
you
She did a great
again,
job.
Bex. I appreciate it.
Of course.
All right, thanks. So we got to keep it short here if we can get through everybody.
All right.
Let's
pound
see.
the pavement.
Let's
Let's
see.
get her done.
Hurry up.
Okay, hey Bex.
Hi.
I'm Sam. We kind of met earlier. You play basically a badass in anything you do, from Arrow to pretty much anything.
Thank you.
13 Reasons Why. I love it all. But if you had to pick any character, any book, movie, show, anything, what would you choose?
I want to be an X-Men character, really badly.
I would 100% agree with you. That would be amazing.
I'm feeling Jubilee. Anyone?
Yes.
I say we do it. I also really want to play young Loki though, so I don't know. Right?
Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Totally.
Young mischievous Loki. Come on, I got the shoes.
Yes.
That's what it
those are
takes,
badass.
right?
I actually had like a second part question.
Make it really quick.
I know you weren't in the final thing of Arrow in the funeral scene, but if you could have been there, what would you have done?
Hugged Zoe.
Yes. Okay.
Zoe Ramirez is awesome. She is. I hugged Zoe in sorrow. The last remaining canary.
Okay.
All right, hold on one moment. If you have already asked a question, I think we're going to have to end it at I can see blue hair. Yeah, because we got to wrap this up really soon, guys. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, ask away.
Okay.
My hero panel.
This is not really a question, and I'm Kale. Hi.
Hi, Kale. Hi.
My sister is a really big fan of you, and her birthday's tomorrow. So, if you could wish her a happy birthday, that would be cool.
Happy birthday, sister.
Her name's Marley.
Happy birthday, Marley. That's my cousin's name.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
cool. Thank you. She's like a really big fan of Voltron. She loves Pidge. She loves you in general.
Thank you, Marley.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Happy birthday.
Hi, what's your name? Make it quick.
My name is Erin, and also, if you could choose your least favorite out of all the paladins, who would it be?
Oh, you just want to start some discourse, don't you? Yeah, Karan. No. My least favorite of all the paladins. Ha! I have an out. Zarkon.
I mean, true.
Loopholes.
Hey, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Ellie. Hi, Bex.
Hi, Ellie.
So I know you from Scream, the TV show, and I was just wondering, like, if you had a favorite scene, which would be your favorite out of all of them?
I really like the scene where Audrey's yelling at Emma about breaking her heart.
Okay.
That was fun.
Okay, thank you. I just need that
I
clarification.
also liked the one in the back of a cop car. That's also fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. All right, and our last
Hi.
question. Hi, what's your
Here we
name?
go.
I'm Michael. I was wondering, what's your favorite line from Voltron and why?
Well, hello, Michael. I have a lot of favorite lines from Voltron. I think because we're ending it on this, I'm going to go with "We're all made of the same cosmic dust." So let that ruminate.
Great note to end on. I love it.